So put it tight.
Teammates again for third. Perez inside of Scott. And trouble once more. And that's Breidinger.
Oh.
Caution number 5.
Top 10 the entire race.
We see her drop back already 5-6 spots from where she started. Lawless Allen gets in and gets loose, catches her in the left rear.
Yeah, that was the cause of the incident, is the 33 of Lawless Allen getting into Tony.
Chris Wright in the 15, and piling in also is the number 93 of Cody Dennison in his first start for this race team in 2024. And both cars are badly damaged in 1 and 2. Let's try to take a look at what happened. Right side of your picture.
Right over there, that's where they are. Looked like maybe Chris was trying to get under the 93 of Dennison to put him another lap down. And they both make hard contact with the safer barrier.
Really hard.
Second, here comes the 28 once again.
He might have him now. He just about.
Oh, the day gets spun. Day spins around, and the 25 as well crashes into the 28.
Just maybe Corey came up the racetrack a little bit. It didn't really look like LeVar turned left and hooked Corey. But such a critical part of the racetrack right there, and such a critical part of the race. You see, this made a little bit of contact. LeVar was able to continue. Man, hard contact.
28 definitely came up there.
98 spin. Oh, man.
Oh, yeah.
9.
Racing with Amber Balkan once again on the inside. Makes contact. Gets into the outside wall. And here, the big hit comes right there.
That's Connor Zelich. Let's go on board with Connor.
You mentioned how quick things happen here. You see rolling down the banking and just nowhere to go.
And he's already in the corner as hard as he's going to get. So you can't just stop on a dime, or you can't turn the car any farther left than you are.
And right to the front goes William Sawalich. Tony Breidinger got a rough start there.
She had an issue. She looked like maybe her car bottomed out, and she got off the throttle for a moment. See Gus Dean trying to make his way around Corey Day. Oh, Amber Balkan into the inside wall.
The 22 of Amber Balkan.
She's on the inside of Greg Van Alst. They made a little bit of contact coming off the corner. Her in the blue 35 of Greg Van Alst. And that just turned her sideways, and she went straight into the groove is right up next to the wall. And they can keep up so much speed up there. Ooh, caution on the racetrack. Greg Van Alst. Oh, 3 cars involved at least.
And Finch into the 10 of Ed Papa. Wow. So the 10, the 20, and the 99 of Michael Maples.
Significant contact with Jake Finch in the 20 car. This racetrack is banked so much. When you enter the corner, you really can't see around the corner. You look out the top left portion of your windshield, and because it almost looks like you're going uphill, it's really hard to see. And I'm sure that was a situation for Jake Finch.
Here's the aftermath of what happened.
Something happened at the 03 of Alex Club. You see Greg Van Alst. Oh, and even yeah, I don't know what happened with Jake there. Whether possibly the spotter didn't see it, because you see the 6 locked the brakes up to get stopped. The 28 makes it through. The 2, actually the 2 runs in to Corey Day a little bit, and then Jake comes in there and makes some pretty hard contact.
And Jake Finch reported to his team.
5 of Tony right in the middle. Let's see if she gets squeezed.
So I think the 02 got a push there and wiggle down the racetrack, and then they just kind of squeezed and touched on corner entry to 1. Just really tough part of the corner. The car is really light, and obviously a small push when you're racing that close, only a few inches door to door, generates some contact.
Yeah, and the majority of these cars that involve nothing they could do. There, Tony gets into the 97 of Jason Kitzmiller.
And everybody else is just checking up, trying to miss it. I mean, half
doing their best to try to miss it.
See the 28 on the right side of your screen spinning around. That's Shane Van Gisbergen.
Here's a Sioux Chief on board
for the 20 car, but obviously, you know, hard hit.
Oh, front tire issue for the 32, and then Amber comes off the corner and just avoids Christian Rose, but unfortunately the self-cleaning Banks is going to put her right into the inside safer barrier.
And this racetrack is pretty tough on right front tires. We talk about the loading and the banking and what that feels like for the driver. That right front tire takes the brunt force of that. You see that massive fire under there as well.
That was a massive hit for Christian Rose.
Hit off. I think it all depends on how long this outside lane stays in. We've got two really fast cars.
And around goes the 99. That's Michael Maples.
The wall. Oh gosh.
And another huge hit, and they hit again.
And there's Shane.
Mentioned Scott Melton.
Is that Big Willie? That was Big Willie that hit Scott Melton.
Willie Mullins right there in the 3. He was the pole sitter.
Looked like he hit him really hard, and then it looked like it hung the throttle wide open almost, and
gets pretty wide coming off the corner and just loses it.
Just got loose.
He's got something sparking back there. I think he had some sort of an issue where he lost the back of the car because he was kind of tracking up the racetrack all the way on the exit of the corner by himself, and then obviously collects kind of a bystander there in the 69 car, and Willie Mullins hits a ton in the back of that car.
And it's hard to see it from this angle, but there was a lot more smoke than it looked like, probably from the angle that we were looking at it. So Willie was probably in that smoke.
So violent, you see that impact.
In front, and we're going to have a run from the outside as well.
Jake's going to have a run. Now it seizes up a little bit. Little side draft on Andres Perez.
It's going to depend on which lane gets the bigger push.
Oh, no. Jake Finch goes around and dominated this race, wrecking all over the place at the front of the field. That will end this race. Andres Perez, huge hit on top of another car. Gus Dean in the 55 will unofficially be the winner of this race. Let's see what happened here on the final lap.
Just a lot of pushes, and there was a lot of momentum coming back to that third row, and that outside lane started it, and yeah, just a lot of pushing and shoving.
Yeah, I think Andy J was in the back of Jake, and I think Andy J had Lewis in the back of him as well, and they all just
it was almost simultaneous. The inside and the outside got to the second row at the same time and just kind of fishtailed each other into both lanes.
Watch Perez in that 2 car up against the outside wall.
He's actually climbing over another car here, and he like stays mounted on top of the
Andy J's car.
Is that Armani Williams?
It is. It is.
The 13. What an impact for Jake Finch. Led 66 laps tonight, only to go straight into the wall on the final lap. Here's another look.
Yeah, Jake's just going down the straightaway, and they start pushing and shoving there, and
should be good onboard view here from Perez coming up, as he's obviously the car that's
on top of Andy Jankowiak's car.
This could be a wild ride. So he's getting the side draft, thinks he has a chance to win this race, and then lots of pushing and shoving. 20 gets turned into the fence, and then 2 car goes for a ride.
Oh my goodness.
Amazing pictures.